Nottingham Forest are top of the table from the start of 2023. But the question we are going to answer today, with your help, is how many points are Nottingham Forest going to finish on? It's up to you to decide. Welcome to FFTV. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are, whatever time of day you're watching this. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And welcome to this special edition stream where we are going heads up against each other and against you guys in chat. You guys in chat are the collective. I will explain all the rules. We'll figure it out as we go along, as we always do. So, this is going to be a two-parter because I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot of arguments during this stream. As you can see, we've got a table up here. We've got all the FFTV guys, me, Sai, Lemmy, Dino, Ant, Ez, and then the YouTube symbol is obviously you guys, okay? It's going to be a win-loss draw scenario. So, for example, we'll start with the Fulham game. We will give you guys, if we think it's going to be a win, a dross, or a win, a draw, or a loss, then we will add that as 1 point. We will then put a poll in the chat, and you guys collectively will decide. So let's say, for example, in the Fulham match, you guys collectively vote 58% as a win. We will put you guys down as 3 points. At the end of this, we will see how many points Forest end up with, and we will see how many of us think or where we think Forest will finish based on the points tally. On top of that, we will be given a prize. We will put a community post up where you can all individually put your scores against the matches. And then the person or people, well, whoever scores the right points for the end of the season, we'll be giving them a prize as well. A hoodie just like this, or a color of your choice. If there's more than one of you, we'll spin the wheel of death and we'll end up with a prize. I hope all this is making sense. We will take it as it comes like we always do on this channel, but this will be the leaderboard. So guys, Forest Goggles off, exactly as Chris says. We've got to be serious here. As things stand, let's jump over to the form table. I'm just going to whet your appetite here. So if we go over to the form table, this is where it all stands. So every team that Forest have played have been coloured in, either home or away. A win is green, a red is a loss, and the yellow is obviously a draw. You want that hoodie, Martin? You just got to know your team. You got to know your team. So, for example, Forest have played the whole top four away, and we've lost every game. We've got them all to come at home. You can see in the middle of the pack, we've played most of those at home, and we've got those coming up away. And down towards the bottom, it's a bit of a mix, home and away ties, okay? Guys, this is where you got to get your this is why I told you, bring a pen, paper, calculator. There's going to be a lot of maths, okay? So, Richard's saying, what madness has he dreamt up? This is, trust me, it's going to be good. So, let's start it with the Fulham match. Let's bring the boys in and we'll get the votes open to you guys as we discuss and debate it. Is everyone clear, or does anyone in the chat have questions? I'm sure there's loads of them. So let's bring the boys in while I put a little poll for the Fulham match. Evening, boys.
Evening.
Are you guys all clear on what we're doing here?
Yeah.
I think so. We'll
You
play
think
by
so?
ear.
Okay. So we get. Wait. Are there questions? Oh my! Tell me if there's questions in the chat. Okay, they're all saying doesn't make sense. It will make sense in a second. All you guys need to do in the chat, basically, is decide. To start with, we've got Fulham away. Your decision has to be who wins this match. So, if you think Forest are going to win, in the poll, you vote Forest. If you think Fulham are going to win, you vote Fulham. And if you think it's a draw, you vote draw. Okay? That's all you got to do. These guys have to do it individually. So the poll is up. So get your votes in. We'll leave it open while we discuss this one. So let's start and see what the hell chaos we come up with right now. Okay. So who wants to kick us off? Who wants to dive in first and offer their thoughts on Fulham? They all look away from me.
I'll go.
Go on, Dino.
Yeah, I can't see us getting anything from Fulham. And that's not me being Mr. Negative Pants.
Dino, can you see us getting anything from any of these away games?
Let's go one at a time. And Dino, I see you still got your forest goggles on.
Your horses.
Take your forest goggles off, Dino.
No, it's a loss for me, unfortunately. I think we might get a bit turned over. Hope not, but I think we might.
All right, so Dino's gone for a loss. And you're scratching the side of your eye there.
Yeah, I've gone for a loss as well. I mean, Fulham are a good side, and our away form, it's not scintillating, is it? So on that one, forest goggles off, I will go for a loss for us on that one.
Oh, you guys are so negative. Lemmy, any positive spin on this? I mean, I wanted to start the stream off on a high, mate, and I've got these two grumpy old gits. I'm going to someone who's got a little colour left in their hair. Lemmy, what have you got?
I'll bring the positivity up a bit, but not to sky high levels yet. I reckon it's going to be a draw. I think we can pinch something. Looking at their recent form at home, they drew to Everton at home. They drew to West Ham at home. They've just scraped a 2-1 win against Southampton at home. So they're there. It's there to be taken. If we can keep, obviously, Mitrovic quiet, then there's something that we can do there. So I'm going to be bold and say we can take a draw.
Evening, Mark. Evening, the rest of you guys. Before I go to Sai, quick update on the chat's poll. 25% have gone Forest, 16 have gone Fulham, 58 have gone the draw. I'm seeing a lot of Forest goggles on here. I don't know. Remember, guys, we are away from home on this one. Sai, how do you feel about Fulham away? Let me remind you, last time we played them...
Yeah, I was about to say that, mate.
Go on.
Come on, guys. Like, what happened last time we played them? A scrappy 1-0 win. What have we been doing this season? We're the experts now at 1-0 wins. I reckon we can get something, to be honest.
Sai, you've been to plenty of away matches this season, mate.
Mate, if you say we're going to lose this one, you might as well write off West Ham away. You might as well write off Spurs away. You might as well write off Villa away.
Jump the gun, mate.
No, I'm just saying. This is probably our easiest away game, I reckon, because some of those stadiums look pretty big to me. You know, you've got the Olympic Stadium there. You've got the Spurs Stadium. You know what we're like. When the stadium's like quite big, we seem to get turned over. So yeah, no, I reckon we can get something because you know you always say one team sort of falls away, don't they?
Yeah.
Second half of the season, and I'm hoping that's Fulham. You know.
So you're going to Forest win or a draw?
I'll go for a 1-0 scrappy Forest win, to be honest.
Oh.
Bit of positivity. I like it.
Just repeat of last season.
I like
We're
it.
We're a much better team this year than last year. There's no comparison.
Okay.
Can I speak on behalf of Ez? Ez has sent me his predictions in, so do you want me to give you Ez's?
Yeah, go on, give us Ez's.
Ez has gone for a draw.
See, he always sits on the fence. I'm not surprised. A
few draws in his scores.
All right. So at the moment, we've got no one going for a win. Am I right here on the panel?
No, I'm going for a win.
Right.
1-0.
Oh, sorry, Simon going for a win.
Simon.
Yeah,
Missed
let
one
me
out,
going for a
Wolverine.
draw, and you two guys going for a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you? What about you?
I've got to take my forest goggles off. We're shit away from home. Fulham are decent. They are Mitrovic FC. Maybe he pulls a hammy tomorrow. I've got to say a loss.
I don't think he played
Mr.
against us at home. I don't think he played against us at home, and they scored 3.
No, he did, but he didn't score.
We do all right against Mitrovic, to be honest.
Guys in the chat, can we see some positivity? David's saying, fair point, Simon, no more than a draw. Wake up. That's what I want to see, a Forest win. Danino says, Bobby. There's already 160 of you in here. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. Stony, I know you have. Good man. All right, let's put these scores on the table. And
What about yours then?
I said a loss, mate.
Just said a loss, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to pay attention, mate.
After saying that me and Dino were negative Nellies and all that, like you for a loss.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
I've got to be a neutral host as well, mate. I've got to be a neutral host. Are we okay? So there it is officially. Wait, we're not ready, are we? Well, let's bring the other guys back in. So, chat, officially, poll closed. You have gone for a draw. So the chat is going for 1 point there. Okay. Let's make that official. So this is how it stands. Loss, win, draw, loss, loss, draw, draw. Okay. Anyone want to change their mind? You're all set. Okay. We're going to lock in those lyrics. At the moment, Simon's in the lead and he's put us on 3 points. Okay. It gets easier though, because the next game, of course, is Man City at home. Simon,
I
you're
reckon
the
we
most
got.
positive.
No, I reckon we got a chance here. Turn on the news today. All you see is Man City fans, going into meltdown. Well, the whole club potentially getting relegated, points deductions, trophies taken away. I reckon it's a really good time to play them, to be honest. And they've been struggling. Like they lost to Spurs, which I predicted, to be honest. They've turned
Did you
into
put it in
like
the predictor league.
yeah.
Okay, cocky.
They've turned into Man United like last season, haven't they? With Haaland, everything tries to go through Haaland. You shut him down. We put Big Willy Bolly on Haaland, shut him down. I reckon we got a chance. Got to keep that home form going as well. There's no better time to play them, mate.
Sorry, we said take the goggles off.
No, there's no better time to play them. Do you admit that?
I don't think there's ever a good time to play them.
Mate, that whole club's in meltdown.
The wounded animal is the most dangerous kind of animal.
And they've got Arsenal, haven't they? Before
Unless it's a worm.
I was going to say, not if it's a mouse. It's not.
Have they got Arsenal first?
What are you saying? What are you saying, Si? Win, draw, or loss?
Have they got Arsenal first?
Yeah, they've got Villa.
Did this top look blue?
Yeah, so if
Arsenal
if Arsenal beat them, that's a sucker punch to them, isn't it, for the league title hopes?
Okay, what if they beat Arsenal?
Well, yeah, that's a different story, isn't it? But obviously, we're hoping Arsenal do them, and then their players lose motivation. Hopefully, a few more things come out with regards to this financial, breaching of financial rules. I reckon we can do them, to be honest.
The chat.
I'm not even putting my goggles on. Like,
mate, you've got 2 pairs of goggles on right now, man. I swear to God.
We're going to win the league at this rate.
No, I go for a 1-1 draw.
You go for a 1-1 draw. All right. At the moment, chat, get your votes in. Forest to win 25%, Man City to win 41%, and there's a few more goggles in that crowd than I thought there would be. 36% for the draw. So at the moment, Man City are favourites to win this in the chat.
Wolverine, who's top of the table? Who's top of the 2023 Premier League table?
Do you know what, right? As much as I love that table, yeah, you can make a table top whichever way you want to. Just depends on how far you want to go back or how shortly you want to go back on stats. Yeah. The only table that matters is the one that says all the games and all the points. That's the only table that matters. But I do like the table. But my goggles are off. My goggles are right here. They are off. Right? This is talking as objectively as we can. So you gone for a draw?
Yeah, 1-1.
All right. Lemmy, where the fuck do you stand on this one?
This is an interesting one because I see this going one of 2 ways. Haaland scores and he scores prolifically, or we get a draw. And I'm going to agree with Simon and say that we're going to nick a draw from it. I think the only time that they really kind of score is when Haaland's on firing form. The last time they scored more than 1 goal away from home was Leeds.
Lemmy's hang on. Lemmy's cheating. He's been doing research.
What did you expect from me? Did you think I was just going to pull answers out my arse? Just, I think...
We do.
Loss. No, yeah, I've had a look. Yeah, they've got, away from home, they've only really scored more than one goal once, and that was against Leeds. They got one goal against City to win that 1-0. Obviously, they lost to Southampton in the EFL Cup. They lost to Man United, and then they've lost to Spurs, and they didn't score in that one. So I think there's a draw there. But obviously, if Haaland scores, then it's game over, I think. But
yeah, I agree with you.
I'm going to hope that we can keep him quiet. He obviously stays frustrated, especially going up against Arsenal. He's then gets a bit more upset and a bit more riled. I'm not sure who they've got after us. I think they're then kind of looking at playing a midweek game in the Champions League, and then they'll be going off somewhere in the Premier League the following weekend. So I think there's a draw there. I'm going to stick with it.
I agree with Ant. It's bad enough when he comes on unprepared, but now he's coming on with stats. He's almost making me believe a little here. Bloody git.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't like you. I've got to say, I'm going to Dino next on this one. Dino, I'm going to refresh your memory back to a time a little earlier in the year where we were both in Manchester.
Yeah,
that's a different story, though. Different story away from home.
Excuse me, please don't interrupt the host, Simon. Speak when you're spoken to. We were both surrounded by blue shirts.
We were.
Who were noiseless, may I add.
Who were quiet, yeah.
Yes. And we witnessed a 6-goal thriller. Unfortunately, it was one way.
Yeah.
Does that sway you on this one at all?
It does, yeah. I agree with Si there, and I agree with Lemmy. It's a different kettle of fish now. We've actually come on leaps and bounds. We're like rabbits caught in the headlights again, like we were away at Newcastle. And yeah, we've changed, we've moved on, and we've got a bit of a fortress going on at the City Ground. So I would say draw for me. Even if Haaland scores, I still think we'll snatch a draw. I can't see a win. I'd love it, but I can't see a winning.
Mike, it's true what Mike's saying. We all forgot Navas isn't conceding.
Yeah, but he's only played one game.
I don't know. So you're saying a draw, Dino?
I am, yeah.
Okay, a draw. And
Well, anybody that predicts anything less than a City win is obviously insane. However, having said that, I agree with the chaps. Man City aren't the Man City of old. I've been watching them quite a bit recently, and they ain't that good. And people keep saying, well, if Haaland this, Haaland that, and I agree, Haaland is a phenomenon, but they're not playing to him. They're not passing to him. The guy's making runs left, right, and centre, and their midfield is just not passing to him. If that continues, then I think we have every chance of getting a draw. We're at home. City Ground is a fortress. We're at home, and so yeah, I'm going for a draw.
a draw.
I wouldn't have said that a few weeks ago, but
Okay.
And
have a
Ez
quick
has also
update.
gone for a draw, by the way.
Ez has gone for a draw. I mean, do we just put
Yeah.
D's all the way down Ez's score lines?
No, he does change.
All right, quick update on the chat score while and then I'll give you mine. 30% saying Forest will win, 39 saying Man City, and 31 saying the draw. Every time I've seen us play against a big six, apart from Spurs at home, it has been rabbit in the headlights.
Liverpool.
They're not big six. They're 10th. I don't know. I do have a feeling about this one, but I don't know if that's my Forest heart talking and the goggles are slowly slipping back on.
No, I don't think it's a case of goggles. Like, I predicted 6-0 to City in that away leg. It's in the Predictor League. So it's not, it's not goggles. It's this time I do have a feeling we can do something, especially out
Is
of
it a
form at
feeling or
City
is it a
ground.
justified, objective style like Lemmy did with his research and crap?
It's a combination of how we've been playing at home and how City have been playing lately. and also add in all the financial fair play sort of scandal going on at the moment, as well as Man City not firing. So I think put all those together, I think we can definitely get a draw.
Oh, Mark, I was hoping no one remembered my prediction for the away leg where I said 5-2. I'm going to say it's a loss. I'm going with a loss.
Wolverine, if you keep getting losses, we're not getting top 4.
No, we can go on a run. Don't worry. We're only 2 games in. Here. I think we go loss here. I do. It depends. I'll put one caveat in. If Niakate is back, we stuff him 5-2.
How does that even work?
I don't know. I've just got to do that. All right. I'm going to close the vote on the chat. To confirm, chat, hold my feet to the fire if I'm quoting you incorrectly. Forest 32%, Man City 39%, draw 29%. Closing the vote now. The chat have gone for a Forest loss. How dare you, chat? Where's your loyalty to your badge, chat? You've gone for Forest to lose. So Forest take an L there. Let's get those points on the board and tally them up. Here we go. So we have, so far across 2 games, only Simon has predicted a win. There is a lot of D's on that. Like, there's some serious double D's floating around all over the place on that board, man. So at the moment, I've gone LL, just to confirm. 0 points. Sai, you've got us on 4 points. Lemmy, you've got us on 2. Anne and Dino have been sharing and cheating off each other. They've gone 1 point on the same games. And Ez is still firmly on that fence. And chat, you have us on 1 point as well. Interesting to say the least. Okay, let's move on to the next game. And the next game, I believe, is West Ham away from home. And West Ham away.
Yo,
your boys.
This is a tricky one, isn't it?
Oh, let me get. Sorry, Ant, let me just get the poll open to the chat. So, chat poll will be open in just a second. Go on, Ant. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I've actually gone for a draw on this one. Because we are shit away from home. They are shit full stop. I know they've got good players. Everybody's expecting them to burst into life, but they haven't done it for the past 20 games. There's no reason to suggest they're all of them going to turn into this super team. They're down there for a reason. So the most I can give us on that one is a draw, and that's what I'll go for.
Do you think? But did you see them against Newcastle?
No, I didn't.
You didn't watch that game. They were a lot better. Paqueta, or how the Brazilian way of pronouncing it is.
Yeah. They've got good players, but they haven't been playing well. And I didn't see that game against Newcastle. What was the score?
1-1.
1-1.
It's a good result for them. Were they at home or away?
Away.
St. James.
Okay, so it might be different at home then. I don't know. That's my prediction. A draw.
You're locking in your lyrics on a draw. Yeah. Okay.
I am.
Dino. West Ham away.
Me and Ant have obviously been looking. Huh?
Big stadium.
I don't know about the big stadiums. I don't think that bothers them anymore. We've got some different players now. You know, Scarpinia's been used to playing in big stadiums and things like that. Felipe, people like that. So I don't think that's a factor. But I just think another draw.
Wait,
There's
just
nothing
one
else I can see.
second. Sorry, 1 second. Carla's saying it's buffering. Is the stream buffering for anyone? I don't know. I think it looks okay to me. Sorry, go on, Dino.
I'd go a draw again. You know.
Are you two in cahoots?
No.
No, we just have massive brains, intellect, and knowledge of football.
Well, we're the older statesmen, aren't we? So, you know.
I just love Wake Up. He's already on 9 points.
Love it.
God.
Love it.
Okay. 9 points.
They've lost 6 out of the last 10.
Okay. All right. Who's left? Sai. West Ham away. You hate big stadium.
Yeah, big stadium factor, mate. So yeah, it's gonna be a loss, isn't it? Big stadium, got no chance. I hope I'm wrong. Obviously, but I just can't see it. I can see like a 2-0 West Ham win.
2-0
That's
West
just
Ham
my
win.
opinion. Yeah.
Shit, Lemmy,
hope I'm
what
wrong.
facts and figures have you got for us on this one, mate?
Well, this is a difficult one again for
Right.
me. I think initially I kind of looked at it and thought, yeah, there's going to be a theme here. I predicted 3 draws in a row. I think there's a win here. If I'm honest,
Hold the phone. A win.
I think there's a win here.
Wait,
I
so
hope
West
so,
Ham or
mate.
Forest?
It's a difficult one because they do seem to have found a bit of vein of form. Obviously, that win against Everton where it was El Sakiko, that kind of gave them a bit of a rocket.
Yeah.
And then getting a draw against Newcastle away from home is a really impressive result for them. So who knows if that then kicks them on, or if they've got Chelsea at home and then they've got Spurs away. So they've got a couple of London derbies before they then play us. So they'll be riled up for those two. But some of the teams that they've played at home and lost to, it does open the door. They've lost to Brentford, but obviously Brentford are flying up there at the moment. They lost to Leicester at home 2-0. They lost to Crystal Palace 2-1 at home. So there's an opportunity there. The only other team that they've kind of played down the bottom, they played at home was Bournemouth, and they beat them. So there's an opportunity, and I'm going to up it and say there's a win there.
I like what you're doing with the stats and stuff, yeah. But I'm not hearing a lot of stats about Forest away from home. Are we semi-goggled there, Lemmy?
Nah, there's no semi-goggles there. I think if we keep Keylor Navas in, who, yeah, I'm going to take a page out of Simon's book and just narrow down the field of what stats I want to look at. He's not letting a single goal for Forest. He's a guaranteed clean sheet. So we'll go there. We'll have Niakate back, who will then have Mikel Antonio on strings again. And,
all right,
yeah,
so
I think there's a win there. We'll nick a win.
So to confirm, Lemmy's gonna
Can I
win.
just make a quick? Can I just make?
Go on.
Yeah, no. I just want a quick point. I agree with everybody. That result away to Newcastle is a fabulous result, but I must remind people, Newcastle don't actually score many goals. So it's not like they're playing against a team that normally scores lots of goals and they manage to keep them out. That's not the case. So
Yeah, but Newcastle don't concede many goals. You can flip that the other way around.
No, I accept that. I said it is a fantastic result. There's no getting away from that. All I'm saying is that only letting 1 goal against Newcastle isn't particularly a difficult thing to do. So, I'm trying to build ourselves up here. It's, it's not that.
Wait, what did you go, Anne? I forgot.
A draw.
You want a draw? All right, let me just update you on the chat.
Ez has also gone for a draw there.
Ez has gone for 3 draws in a row.
Yeah, he has.
Bloody hell. All right, so the chat at the moment, your standing is a huge, overwhelming 64% have gone for a Forest win.
Wow.
6%. Sorry, what did you go again? You went a loss.
Loss.
Okay. West Ham to win, 6% of you. Hang your heads in shame. And for a draw, 28%. So the chat has gone with a Forest win. 3 points in the bag, a W up and running for the chat.
Yay,
congratulations, chat.
I love these goggles.
Finally, chat. Finally, you've given us 3. Evening, Carl. Hope you are well. Okay, I'm going to go for a draw. I'd be happy with a draw at that Rent-A-Cop Stadium. So a draw there, I'll take it. And that's 4 points we would have taken from West Ham in exchange for 1. So that's the way I'm looking at it. So I'm giving us 1 point from this one. It's I think the mood, generally speaking, guys, before we go to the leaderboard, is that it's going to be a tough couple of games coming up, isn't it?
Well, I'd rather have this run that we've got now than we do at the back end. I think before we went on stream, I've kind of went through every single game that we've got, and I've got a fair few ones and a sporadic 3 dotted through, but at the back end I've got a fair few zeros, unfortunately. So we kind of have to get the results now and
Save it.
try and back
Save
up.
it. Save it.
Don't peak too early.
Can I just point out there's a really interesting comment. Totally random, but MGW has more syllables than more Gibbs White. I just think that's a great comment. Cheers, Dean.
Okay. Cheers, Dean. Appreciate
Totally
that.
random. I love it.
All right, let's bring on that note. Let's bring up the stats and see where we stand. At the moment, I've got Forest on 1 point. We are up and running. Simon's got us on 4. We've got Lemmy running out into a bit of a lead here on 5. Dino and Ant may as well call themselves Antino. They're on 2 points each. His ass is splintered with 3 draws. And then you guys in the chat, you've gone for the full house, a draw, a loss, and a win. So you've covered everything off there. Interesting to say the least. Okay, so at the moment, Lemmy has got us highest up the table. Oh crap, I've got us lowest on the table so far in terms of points. All right, let's move on and talk about the next game, which is bloody Everton, man. This should be interesting. And chat. Well, chat, firstly, we got over 200 of you in here and 76 likes. Come on, guys, just hit the like. And a massive shout out to Omai as well. If we can have some hearts in the chat for Omai, who's put all the graphics and everything together for the stream tonight. So hopefully it's at least appealing on the eye if it's not making any sense. So let's get the Everton one up and running. I'm going to start this one with, I think Dino I'm going to start this one with Everton.
Well, this was nailed on.
Coming up in literally 2 seconds, so watch out for it. Go on, Dino.
This was nailed on for a win, wasn't it? Until Mr. Dyche took over and saw that performance over the
Very
weekend.
good point.
I mean, they were on a away run of 2 draws and 4 losses until that point. So I think it'll probably be tighter than what I would have said before. But again, the Fortress, Everton, I still take. I take 1-0s for all our wins for the rest of the season. So I'll go with a win.
You're going to go with a win.
Yeah.
Dino, you are such a hypocrite. You were one of the most impressed out of everyone I spoke to over the weekend about how Everton looked like a completely new team, to the point where you were convinced it's not a manager bounce.
Yeah, but Ant's kind of been in my ear. Ant's been in my ear telling me it's a manager bounce. So I've got to respond.
What does he know?
To him,
What does he know? He doesn't know there's other leagues outside the Premier League. You're going to go to him for advice, man.
No, like I said, I think we would have stuffed him up until that last game I saw. But I think away at City Ground for them will be a bit of a different kettle of fish. But like I say, I think we'll sneak a 1-0. So I'll take a
1-0. Okay.
And Ez takes a win as well, by the way.
Oh, finally he gets his ass off the fence. So win for you, a win for Ez.
Yeah.
Lemmy, hit us with some stats. What you got?
Well, rather than a stat, I suppose a good place to start is with Sean Dyche in there. It's not going to feel like an away environment, is he? He knows the City Ground pretty well.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very true. Yeah.
He knows what kind of environment he's getting into. He's going to be able
Ian
to
Wone as well. Steve Stone there as well.
So obviously, Dyche ball at home, it's going to be. I can see that game being really boring. It's going to be just one that's. If there is a goal, there'll be one, and I'm going to say it's going to go to Forest. I'm going to go with a Forest win again. Bringing out the stats again now.
Do it.
Manager bounce. From my kind of recollection, the one that kind of really leaves a sore spot on my arse was when we played Bournemouth at home. Obviously, they get rattled 9-0. They then get a draw against Wolves, and then they beat us, and then they went on a nice run of form for about 4 or 5 games, and then after that, it was pretty much consistent losses. And quite conveniently enough, including playing against Arsenal at home this weekend, there is exactly 5 games until they then play us. So New manager bounce then settles out. We then play them. We win.
Okay,
Yeah, but
like
Joe, you can't just compare it like that.
I can.
Gary O'Neill's never managed football before, and then Sean Dyche has kept Burnley in the Premier League for 10 years and taken them to Europe.
Didn't keep them up last year, though.
Yeah, they didn't give him the chance, did they?
So what chances Everton got?
Everton got a good squad. Like I looked at their squad on Saturday when they played. They've actually got decent players.
Mm.
They shouldn't be where they are in the league. There's no way they should be there.
Can I just bring up a comment?
Yeah.
Can I just bring up a comment from David Badder here? These teams aren't that good. Mate, neither are we. We're not playing well. We're just getting what essentially is scrappy points and scrappy wins.
We're just being realistic. We're just being realistic.
Yeah, so we're being realistic. We're just getting scrappy wins. We're not playing well. I mean, Wolverine, you asked me a question yesterday, day before. When did you last see us play somebody off the park? And I sat there for 5 minutes thinking, we were played really, really well in the league.
Shit, man, this isn't meant to be a depressing stream. I might just end it, right? I was like, Ant, say something. Say something.
I'm gonna try and keep this polite.
Okay, what I'm gonna say there, you're lagging, so just turn your camera off or something.
Oh well, fuck off then. I won't fucking bother.
All right, go on. Don't keep it polite. We don't want polite. We want
try and
raw.
keep it polite because I don't want to offend anybody, but I get sick of hearing all this fucking bullshit about Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche is shite. Sean Dyche kept an average team that did really well for 10 years with Burnley with kick and rush football. However, he got sacked. He got sacked because he was crap and they were going down. The guy's been out of work for about 9 months and all of a sudden, he's God. He's the best fucking manager there's ever been.
And you didn't watch the game, did you?
I did watch the game. And what I saw was a lot of effort, a lot of running about. That's new manager bounce, mate. I've seen it time after time after time. That doesn't mean that this shitty Everton team is all of a sudden going to turn into world beaters and go on this massive run where they're going to wipe the floor playing beautiful football with everybody. No, they're crap. We will win that game. 3 points. That's my prediction.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I get the passion because your beloved Arsenal did lose, and I get why you're a little angry about the game.
Play them again tomorrow, but Arsenal wins 7-0. Arsenal had 78% possession. This team is not a good team.
Leeds had 70% possession against us. They still lost.
Yeah, they did. What's that got to do with the price of chips?
You're the one who just brought up possession.
Because if you finish, you win. If you don't finish, you don't win. But if you have 78 possession, you are the better side. Are you telling me that Arsenal, or are you telling me now then that because they've got Sean Dyche, this fucking dinosaur, are you telling me that all of a sudden Everton are a better team than Arsenal? They must be because they beat them.
So, wait, I don't get your argument.
And on top of that, it's at the City ground.
You're literally contradicting yourself all over the place.
I'm literally not contradicting myself. Don't say that because you know it pisses me off. So don't say it. Because
I'm going to say what you're doing. I'm going to say what you're doing.
Right.
You are contradicting
I ain't contradicting myself.
You brought up Arsenal having 78% possession. Yeah.
They were the better side. They were a better side.
Okay.
They were better than Everton. They lost the game.
The match replayed.
Have you watched football? Have you watched the football game before? Sometimes a team can be a hell of a lot better, have a hell of a lot more possession, but lose the game. It happens. That doesn't mean that Everton, all of a sudden, this fantastic side that can beat Arsenal and go on this run with fabulous football from this genius named Sean Dyche.
Who's saying?
And I don't get how you can be so disrespectful.
It means that they had a manager
Dyche.
bounce, a one-off occasion where they got lucky.
I don't get how you can be so disrespectful to him.
Because it's crap.
Have you seen the football we play, mate? Have you seen the football we play?
We're not talking about our football. We're talking about Sean Dyche. Fucking dinosaur. Kick and rush football.
Like,
kick and rush football. You tell me what beautiful patterns of play you made against Arsenal.
Mate, what do you play?
We're not talking about us. We're talking about Everton.
Yes, we are.
I know,
As is Everton against Forest.
We give Cooper so much credit for scraping these wins.
He's right.
So we're
Ant.
going to talk about Steve Cooper then.
And
not
if Sean Dyche got 150 million to spend like Cooper did, think about what he could do.
he'd buy a load of fucking,
He got like
load of-
2
buy a load
million
of
or
fucking
50p
Red Bulls.
coins they
We'd have-
found on the
we'd
back
have
of the
11
sofa
Chris
for him.
Wood. We'll have 11 Chris Woods if we had
Well,
him
look
as
what he got
manager.
out of Chris Wood. He
Yeah,
turned him into
bye-bye.
like one of the Premier League's top scorers.
Who? Chris
I-
Wood?
Yeah.
All right. I told you this was going to get heated.
Huh?
I don't think Everton play as bad football as you think, Ant.
And I
Under
don't know,
Dyche.
like, you need
They
to
played
give
well
him
at the
credit.
weekend.
I know football. I know what's good football. People take the piss out of me because I like Arsenal. I like Arsenal because they play good football, not because they're Arsenal. I don't like Tottenham because they play shit football.
But we
for a
play
dinosaur
worse football
manager.
than Tottenham.
It makes me feel sick. Now, we're not playing very good football at the moment, and I don't like it, but I'm hoping we'll improve.
Yeah, but we're getting results, Ant.
We are getting results. That's
Yeah,
all that matters
great.
at the end of the day.
Yes,
That's
Ant,
why
I couldn't care less about the
then
style of
say-
football.
You
That's why I'm
can't
okay with it.
differentiate. You can't
That's why
differentiate
I'm
what.
okay with it.
No, but what I'm saying is you can't differentiate the way Sean Dyche sets up to the way Cooper's setting up then, because it's getting results.
We don't play oofable football. We might not be
Really?
very good at
Yeah,
the
we
football
do.
play. We do
Yeah,
not
we-
play
and
oofable
do
After
you know what
Brendan.
our
We
past
do not
success
play
rate was
oofable
against
football.
Leeds? Do you know what
We
our
do
past
not play
success rate
oofable
was?
football. We don't. Pardon?
Do you know
What's
what our
that got
past
to do with it?
success rate?
That's because they're trying to pass it.
It was
That's because they're trying to pass
55%.
it.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
They just boot it up the pitch.
Yeah. So what's the point? You're making no sense. We're trying to pass it. We might not be very good at it, but we're trying to pass it. We're not just getting Lodgy from left back to boot it as far up the pitch as he can, hoping that Chris Wood can get his head on it.
It's
That's literally what
We
we
were trying
do.
to-
That's
We
literally
were
what
trying
we do.
to pass it up until Leeds, I think, and Leeds really went backwards for me in terms of passing. But we still got the result. And at the end of the day, this season, that's really all that matters. I'm not
I
expecting.
agree with all that.
I'm not expecting
I'm
Brazil
not-
football to the rest of the season. To be honest, I'm expecting a scrap every game, and I'm
Don't
happy if we
recall
get
me
the
saying
results.
Sean Dyche plays dinosaur football, whereas we play beautiful, flowing.
I don't think he has
football.
played dinosaur
I don't
football
recall
in
saying-
that
I
game
don't
at the
recall saying
weekend.
that. Am I going a bit gaga?
You are, because that Everton game was not dinosaur football. That was high pressing football.
Oh, fuck off. Dude, say what you like. You don't know
I mean, you
football,
can't
do you?
just end the argument with, oh, fuck
It is,
off, man.
it is dinosaur football. That's what he plays. It's all he's capable of playing.
Yeah, but and he's never been given resources.
Cool.
He's never been given a Danilo, or he's never
Oh,
been
that
given
old-
a Morgan
that
Gibbs
old
White,
story.
has he?
I've heard that. So why do you think he's never been given resources? Because people don't want to give him resources.
No,
They
it's
don't
'cause
buy
he's the
11
manager of
fucking lampposts,
Burnley.
That's why. Because they don't want to give him 11 lampposts to play with. That's why.
No, it's because he gets like 50p coins to spend.
All right. Let's and have another sip. Deep breath. Yeah, I know you're still raw because Arsenal lost to Everton. I get it. Yeah. Si, what are you giving this one as a result?
I think it's going to be really tough, this one, because, I mean, again, Sean Dyche was in the crowd for the Leeds game. You know, he seems to be at loads of our games. He knows our team well. So I'm
annoying.
worried about
Yeah,
this
and
one.
Ian Wone's there as
I'm
well.
really worried about this one.
Good luck to him, because I don't know what team we're going to play from one week to the next. So good luck to him on that one.
My head
What you
says
got?
a draw, to be honest. My head says a draw for this one.
All right. You're going to draw. The
Yeah.
chat are overwhelmingly going a win for Forest. 82% have gone for a win. 4% have gone for Everton, and 14% gone for the draw. All that's left is me. I'm going for the
Drum roll.
W for Forest. There we go. I'm giving Forest a W on this one. I think Niakate will be back for this. That's what I'm basing this win on. And Everton won't be able to break us down. Niakate, if you're watching, I love you. Get well soon. I've been saying it for months.
What's going to happen is they're going to come to the City Ground, play the most beautiful flow of football you've ever seen, and win 4-0, and I'm going to come back on and face the music.
All right, so we've
I
got.
hope you're right, Ant. I hope you're right, mate. I hope
look,
Joe's right.
I hope
I hope all of
freaking.
you are right.
Who was it? Wake Up is right, and we're like, Wake Up. Have you gone for another W here? Like, let's have a look. Let's bring it up onto the leaderboard anyway, right? Guys, we've got 250 of you in here, 113 likes. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. I hope you're enjoying the stream. It's a little different, but it's interesting to say the least. Okay, so at the moment, I'm on 4 points. We've got Sai on 5 points. Lemmy's got us undefeated in the month of Feb as well, and has put us on 6, 7, 8 points. Dino has gone for 5 points, and he's copied Ant, or they've copied each other. And Ez has got an undefeated streak going here as well, and he's got us on 6 points. You guys in the chat, you guys are on 7 points at the moment. This is interesting. I'm kind of enjoying this one. I'm kind of enjoying this stream. I hope you guys in the chat are enjoying it. If you are, please do hit that like button, and let's move on to the next one. Let's see. I can't remember who it is.
Wolfie, go to say
Yeah.
so. I've broken out into a bloody sweat with all my bloody impassioned pleading about, and everybody's predicted we're going to bloody win it, Simon. I needn't have bothered. Tried to rally the troops up and bring some belief, and needn't have bothered.
All right.
Simon Cowell.
Oh God, I've just seen who the next team is, man. I'm gonna give him a couple of minutes to catch
Oh
his breath.
no.
I'm gonna give him a couple.
He's used up his rant. He's used it up.
Yeah.
You
Got
can't
recharge
write
now.
this. You literally can't write this. Guys in the chat, Spurs is next. And we all know how Ant feels about Spurs. Before we get into Spurs, Harold, thank you so much for the 179. That's way too generous of you. We really do appreciate it. Lemmy, we'll start with you on Spurs. I'm going to Ant last. What say you on Spurs?
I'll be here.
Let me get the poll up for the chat.
Here.
All right. Go on, Lemmy.
I think this is probably the one where I did the least amount of research for. I'm just going to say it's a loss, this one. I think this is chalk it off. Yeah, I don't see us winning this one. I mean, we played that beautiful football or something of that ilk when we played them at home, and we lost 2-0 because of Kane magic. He's just... I can't see us keeping him out from scoring. I don't see us getting really more than one there, so I think this is definitely going to be a loss. But after that run that we've gone on, I think I predicted two draws, 2 wins, and based off of the fact that we'd still be undefeated in 2023, to then lose to Spurs away is probably not.
Is that March? When is that Spurs game? Do you know off the top of your head? I'm sure someone in chat will.
It's March.
Is it in March?
Definitely.
So Lemmy, you're saying we go undefeated until March. I'll freaking take that, man. Hey, Mark. But you are going with a Spurs win on this one.
Yeah.
You locking that in?
Yep.
All right. Dino. Spurs.
I had that down as a loss originally, but they are not in the best form, are they? They've got
They just beat Man City, mate.
They just beat Man City.
Yeah, but we were also to beat Man City.
Just beat Man City.
Their last 6, they're 11th. Their home form, they're actually 16th. Lost 4 out of the last 6. I'm going to go for a draw. I originally thought a loss, but I'm going to go for a draw here.
No chance.
You don't think?
Big stadium again. Because big stadium again.
You and your big stadium, honestly.
Yeah, it's so simple with Forest. Big stadium, no chance. Nah, I can't see anything for this one. It's a loss for me, probably 3-0.
You're going big loss?
Yeah.
Okay, say a little bit more. I'm just having to adjust my top.
Yeah, I just can't see it, to be honest. They've got, obviously, world-class players.
We have got Wood.
They've been struggling, but I reckon it's just that intimidating atmosphere again. I mean, to be honest, Spurs Stadium's quite quiet. I've been there. But I don't think it's the noise for our players. It's just that occasion, isn't it? It's just that crowd or that stadium that makes such a big difference. I reckon maybe it'll be similar to that, that Man United away leg, the one we had last week. We might keep it tight for 60 minutes, and then Kane might get a goal, and then suddenly the sort of floodgates might open.
Okay, I'm scared to do it.
No, it's all right. First of all,
You okay now?
Yeah, of course I am. I'm
Yeah?
not 100% on board with this big stadium thing, Si. The only reason I say that is because we've been shit in small stadiums as well. So it's not like... No. With the Spurs
Which
game,
ones?
He's on fire today. I'll give him
with the Spurs game, I mean, they played quite well against City, but again, Conte wasn't there. Hopefully, we're back for our game. It'll give us a bit more of a chance. But a loss, I'm afraid.
What?
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going to say we're going to win just because I hate Spurs and the way they play and their manager. I think they'll beat us. But I hope that they don't. But we'll see.
I'll just give you Ezra's because we're dying for a wee. He's got a loss as well.
Ez's got a loss.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess that just leaves me in the chat. Oof. This one is quite convincing from the chat. 50% have gone for Spurs. 26 for Forest. Well, 25 now for Forest. And 25 for the draw.
Interesting.
I am going to buck the trend here. Now, I've taken my Forest goggles off, but I have not taken my hatred for my brother goggles off yet. So I have to go for Forest to scrape the ugliest 1-0 victory you have ever seen.
Wow.
And for me to make my brother wear the Forest top.
Proud
I had to wear
of
it
you,
after
mate.
that.
Proud of you.
Thank you, Ant. Thank you. I'm apparently, Ant, you're an old fart, according to Marcus. Marcus, you're not
Indeed,
wrong.
I am.
You're not wrong. What are you guys in the chat saying? Bob's
Indeed, I
saying
am.
3-0 to Forest. It's not at the City Ground, Chapo. It's away. It's away.
I think he was probably referring back to another comment where we said we're not.
Okay. Nathan's saying Blackpool's on the ground.
Yeah, it's even worse.
And let's say put the Ant is an old fart comment up, and not all the Ant's right, and go on Ant, and yes Ant, and not put any of them up. We just put the Ant is an old fart one up. I'm taking notes.
I gotta put the one I agree with on. I really do. Look, guys, if you love Ant and you're not subscribed to the channel, we are like 40 away, I think, from 9K. If we can hit 9K tonight, that'd be absolutely fantastic. At least get us to 200 likes while there's over 250 of you in here. So, to confirm, the chat has gone for Spurs. And let's see what everyone's gone to. Let's put these points up on the board. And if you are loving Ant, do what Mark's done if you remember. Chuck in those Ant emojis. I'm seeing them from Martin. I'm seeing them from Tim. Ant for PM, says Tim. Wow. The bar's been raised. All right. Let's check these out. I'm the only one who's gone for a Spurs win. Wow. Okay. Sai's gone for a loss. So let me tally the points up. Sorry. So I've clawed you guys back a bit here. I'm on 7. Sai, you're on 7. You're on 5 still. Lemmy, you're on 6, 7, 8. Dino and Ant. Oh, they finally been separated. The lovers' tiff has finally happened. So Dino, you're on 6 points. Ant, you're on 5 points. And Ez is on 6 points. And you guys, the most important, the chat, you are on 6, 7 points. This is interesting. Okay, so let's move it on. Who the hell have we got next is the question. Let's find out.
Newcastle.
Oh, God. Spacebar's in the chat as well, isn't he? Oh, God. We're at home.
Oh.
And I'm going to come to you first on this one. Because why not?
Yeah,
and Alistair says Carla wants Ant. Carla, He's spoken for, unfortunately. He's spoken for.
No, I'm not. But just don't tell her. Just don't.
Oh, Spacebar straight in there, man. That was easy and away win. And Newcastle at home. What say you? Let me get the vote up from the chat as well.
I'm going to go for a draw with this one because although Newcastle are an excellent team with excellent players, they do struggle to score goals. They don't let goals in, but they do struggle to score goals. And on the basis that it's at the world-famous City ground, I'm giving us a chance in that one. It'll be low scoring, if any, goals. So I'll go for a draw on that one, I think.
Okay. Dino.
I just hope they stay off the pitch this time.
Yeah, I'm going for our first home loss here. I know you say they're not scoring goals, but away they've scored 9 in 6. So I can't see us, I don't know. I just can't see us scoring, to be honest, there at City Ground against them. I think it's just too good.
And she doesn't want you. Carla, it's his loss. It's his loss. All right. Colin's saying here, quite interesting. Shelby and Wood double. Imagine. Sai, what were you thinking on this one?
Yeah, I'm going to go for a draw for this one. Again, as Dino said, they don't really score many goals. I could see it 0-0, to be honest, for this game. It's just that home. It's just that home confidence it's just that home form that gives me confidence for this one. I think we can dig out a 0-0.
An ugly 0-0 would be an entertaining.
Yeah,
game.
ugly 0-0. Now that's saving
Dino
us saves after saves.
Okay, so another draw there.
Yeah.
Lemmy, what about you?
I'm going to.
Hang on, just before Lemmy jumps in, I just want to point out that somebody's pointed out in the chat quite rightly, I think, that Chris Wood's not eligible for that game. So that might change Lemmy's view.
It might change mine in the positive, I'll tell you that much.
Why can't he play?
He's on loan.
Because he's on loan, isn't he?
Oh, he's on loan. I keep thinking we bought him. Yeah.
No, we're sending him back. We got a receipt on that one.
No returns on Wood, though.
Levy.
Yeah, I'm going to probably join the crowd on this one and say it's going to be a 0-0. I can't see any goals going in there. I mean, they've got the best clean sheet record for a reason. So scoring a goal against them is going to be really difficult. But we have taken their best striker in Chris Wood, so they're not going to be exactly packing their shooting boots either. And we've also got Keylor Navas, who I think I might have mentioned this already, hasn't let in a goal for Forest yet. So he's going to keep that trend.
That's true.
Goal back hat trick. I love that from Keith. He's proper got goggles, isn't he?
Yeah,
mate, seriously. How many Newcastle retirement home players have we got, man? I forgot about Colback as well.
Yeah.
Ez has also gone 0-0, by the way. Sorry, no points. No points. A loss.
A loss for Ez. Okay.
Yeah, loss, yeah.
The chat is very, very optimistic about this one.
This is a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really worried about this one. The chat have gone 45% for a draw, and Forest 29% and Newcastle 27%. So the chat is saying Forest are more likely to win than Newcastle, but they think it's going to be a draw. I'll leave that open a few more seconds, let a couple of the latecomers vote in. This is a loss for me. If I take my goggles off, if I take, my Speedos off as well, and whatever else needs to come off, I just think, I think Eddie Howe's one of the best managers, and I think he'll get the points. It really depends on where Newcastle are in the league. That's what I'd say. If they're in a tough battle where the pressure's getting on them and everything, maybe they may struggle. But I've watched enough of them this season. They're bloody impressive. They really are. And they're one of the only few teams I don't hate in the Premier League. So I'm putting an L down on this one, boys. I don't see it. All right, let's tally this up. Stoney saying questionable poll. All right, Spacebar, you don't have to put comfortable in there, right? Because it's not going to be comfortable. You'll probably get one of your usual VAR decisions or something. But Richard's saying a draw as well. Bob saying we might be pushing for Europe by that. That's true. We should be in the top 4 battle by that stage of the season, in my opinion. All right, let's get it all confirmed and made official. So, oh God, there's no dubs here at all. I didn't even realize that one. So the most positive results here are from Sai, Lemmy, and Ant, and of course the chat. Dino, me and you are the miserable gits who apparently hate our team. But we've gone for the L's there. Oh, and Ez as well. Well, we know Ez is miserable. So that brings us on to the Midlands games. This,
Mate,
yes.
but I remember when Newcastle were going for the league championship and they came down to Forest, and I was with a young Geordie lad, full of it he was. We're going to smash you, this, that, and the other. They were going for the championship. We weren't doing particularly well. Ian Wone scored the goal. We won 1-0. He sat next to me, crying his fucking eyes out. Crying his fucking eyes out, he was. So just be careful when you say comfortable win. You know?
Was that the one where he smashed it in? And I think I remember Andy Gray on commentary going, he wouldn't have got there with a ladder. Was it that one?
You know what was funny about it was I was kind of, before the game, because I wanted Newcastle to win that championship, not Man United, obviously. Yeah. So I was kind of on the fence-ish about, I thought, how will I react? Because I kind of wanted Newcastle to win, but I'm a Forest fan. But I remember when that goal went in, I was up in the air. I didn't give a toss then about Newcastle,
Suffocating Evil, you're so generous. Welcome to the family. Welcome to FFTV. Welcome to being a Super Red. Members, show him some love with some come on you red emojis. Thank you so much for joining, buddy. Okay, we've done the Newcastle one, haven't we? We're over to the Midlands now. I'll get the chat open in a second. Who have I not gone to first? Lemmy, I ain't gone to you first for a while. What do you think about this one, mate? Wolves away. No, sorry, at home. Apologies.
I think I can probably sum this one up quite easily. I don't think I really have to use any words to kind of sum this one up. So I'll just easy win.
Just like your picture, mate. Just like your picture.
Nice one.
They'll be
right. I love it.
Nice one, mate.
We'll win that game.
No Joe, they're a good team, mate. They're a good team. They're on the up. And when they brought on their big guns in that League Cup game, we struggled. They look like a bit of a class difference when they brought on that Kuna guy, whatever his name is. I'm worried about it. They've got that. I really rate that Lopetegui manager as well. I think he's quality. I don't know how Wolves managed to get him, but yeah, I'm worried about this one as well, to be honest. It's going to be tough. There's no game in the Premier League you can say, easy win. I know we joke about that a lot, but generally every single game you're looking at it thinking that's going to be a tough one. But it could be a scrappy 1-0 win.
You think we'll win it?
Got to go for a win. Yeah, got to go for a win. But it's not going to be. It's going to be anything but easy.
I kind of agree with you, Si. I really do like this Wolves squad. I don't know why they haven't clicked, but they haven't. I don't know why.
They've got some really good players.
They do. I mean, Navas is just sheer class as well. It's how he's still at Wolves, I don't know. And how do you feel about the team that I apparently support?
Yeah, Wolves I've got some good players, but they are where they are. They had a good win, obviously, against Liverpool, but Liverpool are bad at the minute. So I'm going to go for a home win on that one. I don't think it's going to be a great game. I think it will be scrappy. And in reality, let's face it could go either way. But obviously, I'm going to put Forest down for the win on that one. So that's what I go for.
Is there a game you've gone for yet, or any of you guys have gone for, that isn't ugly? I'm just trying to think when they've all been ugly some way or other, man. Has anyone feel there's a comfortable win in any of the games we've spoken about so far? And say, chat, for you, from the ones we've spoken about so far, is there a comfortable win that you can see?
Have we had a comfortable win this whole season?
No.
No.
Maybe Liverpool.
Not even Grimsby, to be honest. Grimsby, they had chances.
They had more shots than us, didn't they?
They had more shots than us, yeah.
The matter is, it's the
Blackburn.
Premier League. You shouldn't expect an easy win in the Premier
Blackburn,
League.
yeah.
I'd say Blackburn's the only
But in
one that I was like, when we
Yeah.
got to 4, I
But-
thought,
Yeah.
all right, we should
Yeah.
be over the line here.
That's not Premier League, is it? You know,
No.
in the Premier League, I mean, I know it's a cliche, and it's not always true, obviously, but generally speaking, it's not easy to get points in the Premier League.
I think Charlie makes
Leicester-
a good point. By the time Navas, Hendo, Lodi, Niakata, Boli, Felipe, Aurier will allow for beautiful upfield. That's a good point. That is a good point.
Yeah. I was actually going to make that point, Wolfie, that the further out we get, the more difficult it obviously is to accurately or to predict in any case, because form matters. We don't know what form the opposing teams are going to be in at the time we play them. We don't know how much we hopefully will have improved by then, players coming back. So the further out it gets, the more difficult in reality it is to actually, make sensible predictions. So there we go.
Yeah. Well, we are 12 likes away from 150. If you guys are enjoying this kind of objective view goggles off stream, let us know. Obviously, it's going to be a part 1 because we're going to do these games, and there'll be a part 2. If you do want to see a part 2 to this, probably next week, because then we can see what's actually happened with the Fulham game, and that will cover all the games up until the end of the season. And of course, we'll get a community post up, so keep an eye on that. What you'll need to do is just copy and paste the games and then put W's, L's, or D's against them, and we'll be giving a prize away. So make sure you hit that like if you're enjoying this brutally. And we do try, as always, just to be brutally honest here at FFTV. And you can grab yourself one of these hoodies as well. Dino, I think you're the one I haven't. Sorry, Anne, did you give your prediction on that one? The Wolves.
Yeah, I said I think I think we'd win that one.
We'd win it. Dino, how do you feel about the Brums?
Yeah, quite positive actually. I think by that time we'll have some players back. The players that have got used to playing with each other a bit longer. The new guys that came in the January transfer window. I actually think of 2-0, comfortable. Probably our most comfortable victory of the season for me. And as it's gone the same, 3 points, a win.
Spacebar, shut the fuck up, man. This has got to be the most objective Forest channel there is, man.
I actually loved that comment. When I saw that comment, I loved it, actually. Like your Garibaldi red tinted by a stream.
So you're going comfortable. You know who else is going comfortable? The chat. The chat have gone 82% Forest, 5% for Wolves, and 14% for the draw. I think you guys are being harsh on Wolves. I think they're a better team and I agree with Sai, their manager is top notch. I think Wolves will be starting to put a string of games together. Hopefully, I've just jinxed them. Hopefully. I'm going for a draw.
We're a decent team. We're a decent
I'm going for a
team.
draw. Huh?
We're also a decent team.
We are.
It's
but
like,
it goes back
it's
to
like we're
what
bottom of the
Anne said.
league and we're losing every game like a ball.
Yeah, but Dino, I've seen some people saying, we're the informed team. That's because we've played some right crap teams in the last few games.
I'm not saying we're playing
Southampton.
brilliant, but we are getting results.
Yeah,
But you can see
toughest
anybody
teams
can
in the
lose.
league.
At this time of the season, into the end of the season, the bottom clubs start to get a bit more assertive and aggressive and start picking up some unusual points. Certainly against that mid-table pack, they've got nothing to play for. So, anybody can beat anybody in this league. You look at the likes of Everton who lost Gordon and then signed nobody, but then got what could be a decent manager. We've literally had the pick of players. I think behind Chelsea we've probably signed the most in value, probably. I don't know if I'm right or wrong there, but that's what it feels like.
No, it's not.
No.
It was Southampton, wasn't it?
Bournemouth spent more as well.
Bournemouth.
Sorry. Yeah, it was either Southampton or Bournemouth. They spent more than us.
I think
in
Leeds
January.
might have spent more than us as well.
What, over the summer and the transfer window?
No, January.
Oh,
Great.
I'm just on about the whole lot, the whole team.
Yeah, the whole lot is
That's-
us. Yeah, second. Yeah, but we had to build a squad.
But we came from no base. Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
are getting better. The recent form and it's saying that it's not beautiful football, like I said, but we are getting better. And I can't see us getting worse. I can see
But
it's
Sai
just-
raises a good point. We have played some shitters in Southampton, boring mouth.
It's not a good point because it doesn't matter. Form is form. If you win,
No,
if
it
you're winning
does
games,
matter.
it doesn't matter. No, it
It
doesn't.
does
Everton
matter.
just beat Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
Valid point, but that's manager bounce according to Ant.
True, but it's there.
Okay, but Leeds
You
have
can't
just
ignore. You
sacked.
can't ignore form. You can't look at the form team and say, "Oh yeah, they're top," but they've only played crap, because it's not as simple as that.
Well, a lot of people were saying that about Arsenal, weren't they, at the start, and they're still going. So I'm just giving both sides of the argument. I just want this to be as objective as possible. I know, we're all Reds and what have you. Let me, you're nodding away.
I am more on the side of Ant on that one. To be fair, I do understand that. Yes, we are top of the thing because we are played a lot of teams that have been around us, and that's obviously been helpful for us. But I agree that form is absolutely crucial for us. And look at how good it was for us last year. Just while you guys were talking, I was just having a quick look. When we kind of kicked on our run of form at the beginning of last year in the Championship, when we were doing our FA Cup run.
Oh yeah.
We weren't playing great teams. We beat Reading, we beat QPR, we beat Blackpool, we beat Coventry, we beat Birmingham. That was kind of our big run of form. It wasn't until we then played Luton that we then lost. So.
And that Reading one, didn't Spencer have to score that screamer for the winner? Was that?
No,
it
that's
was
QPR.
2-1.
That was QPR.
QPR, yeah.
Oh, it was QPR, wasn't it?
I've got that goal in Canberra.
And the other point is, in all reality, we only have to beat the teams around us and below us. We don't need
Very
to
good
beat
point.
the top teams.
Well, it depends. As long as the bottom teams don't beat the top teams, and they lose to them as well as us. There's all kind of permutations. This is what makes the Premier League so much more entertaining than the Championship, doesn't it? It's like 40 points is like winning it, isn't it? It's like just so much better. God, I don't miss it.
Playing the likes of, I don't know, Liverpool, Newcastle, West Ham, Man City, that's what makes it better in the Premier League, rather than the teams we were playing and the grounds we were going to.
Harold's saying, so are we staying up or going down? Harold, that is entirely up to you guys in the chat. You've done that together. Remember, you have the opportunity to do it individually as well on the community post. We'll get that up for you either later on tonight or in the morning tomorrow. So have I gone to everyone? What are we talking about here, Wolves? Have we done everyone?
Yeah.
You finished off on me and Az, didn't you?
Okay. So for me, with Wolves, I've gone for a draw. We've done the chat one. Let's bring it up and get it all confirmed. This is the most resounding greens of any of the games apart from Everton. So there's been no losses predicted. Look at that. Look at Oh My, the absolute legend. So far... I've predicted one less point than you, Ant. Seriously. Let me just shout the points out in order of most to least. Lemmy is in the lead with 12 points. That would have us on, if my maths is quick and correct, 36 points, Lemmy, and 4 points away with a crap load of games to go. Then we got the chat. The chat are on 11 points, 35 points, a couple away from survival. And then all of you lot, the rest of you are on 9 points in all kinds of different ways, shapes, and form. And then you got me on 8 points. Wow. Okay. Yeah, maybe I am a Wolves fan. All right, so let's move on to the next Midlands game. Let me just find the right screen. There we go. Which is Aston Villa away from home. Away from home. I've got to say, they were one of the poorest teams I saw at the City Ground. Obviously, that was under Stevie G. How do we feel about them now, Ant? Are they different under Emery?
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, in my opinion, Emery's a good manager, and he's certainly getting a tune out of them. In fact, I will say this, for me, is possibly the most difficult one for me to predict. I mean, Leicester just gone there and won 4-2. You know, it's kind of crazy. So with that in mind, I've kind of edged my bets and gone for a draw, you know, because they're a very difficult side to predict. Well, I find them a difficult side to get to grips with, Aston Villa. So a draw.
A draw for you.
Yeah.
Lemmy, what do you think, mate?
I have this one as a loss. I think the way that they played. I mean, 4-2. That was a real blockbuster of a game, but they seem to have something that we don't, which is the ability to score more than one goal. You could probably give us that many chances, and I wouldn't have said we've been able to take all four. I mean, some of them were absolute gimmies. The defending that they were doing against Leicester was absolutely diabolical. But
Yeah.
I couldn't see as. I mean, the draw is there, but I think they've got more than one goal in them, especially at home. So I'll put that one chalked as a loss.
As a loss, the big fat L. Sai.
Yeah, I'm going with a loss. I can't see us getting anything against Villa, to be honest. As Joe said, we just can't score goals. Like, we can't score goals away from home. We've got the worst goal scoring record away from home in the whole football league. Can't see us getting
Europe,
anything from Villa. Yeah, okay. Well, semi-big stadium, this one, so hostile atmosphere. Yeah, I can't see us getting anything.
They are quite loud.
Yeah, they are loud.
Yeah, it is an old school stadium. It's an absolute pain in the ass to get to.
Sorry.
Firstly, before we carry on, hold on. Sharky, you're a legend. Thank you for the £2. Way too generous of you. And he says Forest and doesn't look.
I am happy. I cannot think I'm
He's a happy clapper. He's always happy, mate. He's always happy. Sorry, I cut you off there. Thank you again, Sharky.
I think Anne had a question. Yeah.
Yeah. At what point, and I'm serious, at what point at what capacity does a ground go from?
I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say that.
It's a good question. Go on, Si.
Go on then.
Is it attendance or is it size of stands or what is it? Is it closest to the
It's
pitch?
not about capacity, isn't it?
So where's
big,
the car?
big stadiums like 45,000 plus.
So what if it's a 44,500 seater? Are you saying we're fine?
Yeah, we'll be all right.
So 30.
Or
30
what if it's 45 capacity, but 500 people don't turn up? Did you go back down then?
Yeah, you have full houses, don't you, in the Premier League?
Okay, but Sai is kind of right. We have struggled in the big stadiums, but I don't understand it because the atmospheres have been crap. Yeah, when I went to Man City, it was crap. The atmosphere. Arsenal was bouncing, but only because they scored after like 4 minutes. For the first 4 minutes, it was really quiet. So I know what you're saying, Si, but I almost think it's inferiority complex from the players to the opposite team. Surely that's been addressed now. Now we're deeper in the season, and maybe that's not going to be such an issue because they have beaten some big teams.
We're brought in a lot of experience as well, and the other important factor is that Forest fans in general outsing their own fans anyway.
Yeah, but Anne, when's that mattered? When's that mattered?
It's not. I'm just saying that's
these games, like these away games, and especially Old Trafford, we outsung them like the whole bloody game. It doesn't still come home with a 2-0 loss.
Yeah, but I believe that the reason Man U beat us 2-0 was not the size of the crowd or the size of the stadium. I think it's because they're about 10 times better than us. That's why I think they won.
So you are kind of contradicting your point against Si then.
Am I? Why am I? Hang on, why am I? Explain that.
Yeah, but generally teams with big stadiums have good teams, don't they?
Yeah.
Would you say that about Spurs then?
Pardon?
Would you say that about Spurs?
Yeah.
Well, they're just shit. I don't want to talk about them.
All right. So, Si, what are you going here? A loss?
Yeah, a loss, unfortunately.
All right. Dino/Ez.
Ironically, we both go for a draw.
Interesting. Okay.
And the only reason is they've definitely improved under the new manager. And I agree with the goals. I mean, out of the last 10 games, I think it is, they've scored like average of 1.5 a game, home and away. So they've got goals in them, but I just think they're so scratchy, and they can have the Leicester type result.
And why are you holding your face when he said that?
Because I thought we were still talking about Spurs, and when when Dino said they got a good manager, that's why I went.
No, that was like half an hour ago, mate.
So I think we can start a draw there.
I'm sure somebody.
Anyway, so Dino, you're saying a draw.
Yeah, Ez is saying a draw as well.
This is the tightest one in the chat, so I'm going to leave it open a few more seconds while I give mine.
Strange ones.
43 saying Forest, 42% going for the draw. Get your votes in if you haven't already. Who wins it? Forest, Villa, or a draw? This is 43-43. Crap, I don't know what we do in the event of a tie. I haven't thought it out.
Leave it open for longer.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It's switched. I'm going to close the poll there. It's gone to a draw. So the chat have gone for a draw. Just a draw. Wait, that changed.
I trust Spacebar. I think he's got good knowledge of football and everything. And in the chat, he's put 6-0 to Forest. So
What was the Villa percentage, by the way, to win?
It was 13%. I gotta say, there are some definite goggles on there. There really are.
Yeah.
I think this one's a loss. I think this one's a loss for me. I agree with Sai. It's an ugly ass stadium in terms of the environment. It's hostile. I don't like this one.
I've been to Villa loads of times, and we always win.
I just hate getting there. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I agree. I don't like Villa. Smelly Villa, Aston Vanilla. You know, I'm going for a loss on this one. So that's where we are. Let's see where everyone stands in just a second. Let's read out a few of your comments though. Chapo's saying, then comes Man United, Liverpool. Oh God. That's
exactly what Lemmy was saying.
That's part two.
We're leaving that till next time.
Yeah.
Is that really the run? Man U, Liverpool, bro.
That's where Lemmy's dips
How weird is it that now Nottingham Forest are like scared of Brentford? I mean, I know we are, and I know why, but it's crazy,
I'm not.
Isn't it, when you think
I thought Brentford were the worst team I've seen when we played them.
Awful, yeah.
Yeah, but they're good at home. They're good at home.
Yeah, and we're shit away. Oh God,
yeah. They're a good side. They're a good side. But it's just
shit
weird
away's
that, you know,
we're gonna do.
Shit away's got to change soon. We can't go shit away all season, surely.
But Dino, you've been saying that for the months. You've been saying that.
I have, yeah. And I'll continue saying it throughout next season, Wolverine.
Will you say, Lemmy, on the stadium capacity?
Brentford stadium capacity is only 17,000, so we could do a number there.
Oh, it's a win.
8-0 then, Si. 8-0.
Yeah, but Si, how does that work for you? Because Bournemouth stadium capacity is 7, and we drew with them there. There goes your big
I don't
stadium.
even know what to... No, but what I'm trying to say is when it's a big stadium, it's a definite loss. When it's a small stadium, we have a slight chance. We're still crap, but we have a slight chance.
All right. He says it straight. That's what I love about Si. All right, let's have a look at the halfway tables. So, at the moment, Lemmy and the chat are in sync and in par with 12 points each. You've then got a 3-way tie between the 3 old farts, Ez, and Dino. Then you got Mr. Negative Simon on 9 points. And you've got me on 8. Shit, I ended up bottom. How are we going to get to 4th? We're going to go dub in the second half of the season. So, shut the fuck up. Right, so let's do the point tally here, right? So, we're on 24 points. If Lemmy is right, we would already be on 36 points there. If the chat is right, same thing, 36 points with... 9 games to go after that? If the 3 old fuckers are right, then we'll be on 34 points. If you're right, Si, we'll be on 33 points. And if I'm right, we'll be on 32 points. So, very, very interesting. I think there's been a few differing opinions. There's been a few heated moments.
Can I just put a question to the chat? I think you know this answer, don't you, Wolverine? Because you've done a bit of analysis this week with Nick. So what does the chat think that the safe point total will be for 17th place this season?
Oh, I like that.
What I'd like to say as well, that even if we take Wolverine's, lowest score, that puts on how many?
32. 32 with 9 to play. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'd take that. Yeah, because it means we'd only need probably another 5 for the rest of the season. That sounds all right to me.
Yeah, but did you see what the fixtures were? All right, they
Yeah,
are
we've got
raining the
Southampton-
numbers
we've
in.
got
Bloody hell,
Southampton.
Dino, you've triggered them here.
We've got Southampton at home.
Oh my,
Get
get
through
a
some
few
of
of these
these.
up. We'll shout them out. My God, they're flying through.
There's a low one there,
Martin
34.
thinks 42 points, 39 from Chris,
45?
37 from Kenneth,
Europe, that will.
36 from Immortal Wolf, 38 from Phil, 38 from Brett. We need a poll on this. There's too many answers coming in. Let's do a quick poll on it. What do you guys think is above the red line? Go around clockwise. Si, go on.
No, I think we should go to
30.
Lemmy because he must have all the stats on it.
I
We'll
don't.
get to him.
I'm
We'll
looking
get to him.
now.
We'll get to him. Start with something.
I'm absolutely.
37.
You know,
36, I think I'll be safe this year.
36. That low.
Yeah.
And sorry, Lemmy.
Yeah, I'd go. I think around 36 as well. I think it could be a low one.
Wow. Okay. And what do you say?
36.
36.
Think you'll be fine
All
with
right. I
36.
ran out of numbers, so I've gone 35, 36, 37, and 38 plus because you can only put 4 in there. I think it might be 38 this year. I think it could be high. Mello's saying 34. A lot of the chat saying 38 plus. I've looked at these stats and normally 36 will keep you up, maybe 37. But the problem is, at this stage over the previous few seasons, no bottom team has been on as many points as Southampton for a while. I think until that weird season where all those shitters went down. Yeah, we'll do that question as well, Space, but let's do that question. I think it will be 38.
Sorry. You know when you, sorry, Wolfie. You know when you said Southampton are at the bottom and they've got higher points than bottom teams for the last few years. You've got to bear in mind that some of the teams have been at the bottom the last few years have been really, really bad.
Yeah,
Norwich
yeah.
and people like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Huddersfield.
Really, it's the team third from bottom you should be looking at and what they're on compared to what they used to be on. Not the bottom.
Yeah. I've also had a look at it, and the other stat that's really interesting, Crystal Palace are a really interesting team to look at because for the last 3 or 4 seasons, after 21 games, they're on 24 points. I think 3 out of the 5 seasons. And the other 2 seasons, they're +1 or -1 of that. And they were 12th or 13th every time. So they're the most consistently shitty team, if you like, from the bottom half. So we are level on points with Palace, and Palace have obviously never been relegated from that scenario where they've been on 24 points. Yeah. So there's your positivity from me. So don't you lot say I'm all fucking negative, right? So that's an interesting one.
In fact, if you looked at the teams in the past 5 years that were on 24 points at this stage of the season and see how many of them went down, I think that's a more accurate reflection rather than looking at the bottom
all that,
team.
but that's another stream. That's another stream that we got lined up, yeah. But we will do the question, and I want this out in the chat. We're gonna make the assumption that Southampton and Bournemouth are dead and buried. So who joins them? Maybe. Well, in the chat, I'm putting that to you. Who's the third team that goes down? Let us know in the chat. We'll go in reverse order this time for this question. Ant, who joins the South Coasters?
Oh my word, that's a difficult one, isn't it?
Well, not according to
let me
you
go.
and Sean
Back to you,
Dyche
Ant.
being a crap manager and dinosaur football.
I've just said I will. I've just said I will go.
Should be a
Everton.
banker.
I back myself.
He's saying Everton.
Yeah, I'm saying Everton. Yeah.
All right. Lemmy.
Leeds.
Leeds. Oof. Dino.
Depends who they get in, to be honest.
I'm going to surprise you, West Ham.
West Ham.
Nah.
We're going up that table. Come on, you've got to say Wolves to keep it going.
I'll go Leeds. Same as Lemmy.
Leeds, really?
It just depends on who they get, isn't it? I mean, none of the managers they've been linked to are sort of, the pedigree of Lopetegui or, even Sean Dyche, to be honest, because he's got the experience. So I think, I think that there's talks
Have
of
they
them
not
getting
been-
Colburn.
Sorry, mate. Go on, no, go on.
Sorry, I
Go
was
on.
saying there's talks of them
Man
getting
City.
Colburn in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Man City.
Do you think he's good enough for the Prem side?
No idea, to be honest.
Or is he another Neil Jones?
I mean, we saw
Nathan Jones.
Nathan Jones, sorry. I'm tired.
Sorry,
You
is
love
that
Nathan,
Coburn?
don't you, Si?
Oh my god, I can't stand the guy.
'Cause
Do you
is that
see his
Coburn?
weird rant that he went on after his
Yeah.
post-match interview? He's a
I've got the best
lunatic,
tactics in
mate.
Europe. Yeah.
He's a lunatic. Honestly, yeah, I think it just depends on who Leeds get. You know, I don't think they'll get Bielsa in, but if they did, that would be an absolute car crash. Colburn, he's doing a good job at West Brom, isn't he? He's doing a good job there after that failure at Olympiacos. Who else they linked to that Celtic manager? Don't know what he would be like. Yeah, so I think at the moment I would say Leeds because just I rate Sean Dyche.
You know who I'm going with?
Sean Dyche,
No.
Jesus.
Crystal
Chelsea?
Palace.
Yeah, I know
I
what you
hope
mean.
so, but
Yeah.
Crystal Palace. There's always a team that flies up the league and always a team that drops like a stone.
Yeah.
Palace are going to be that team. I'm
But
just
if you look
saying.
at the yeah, I know what you mean. If you look at the 40 points that they say, you know, 38 points a point a game, then Palace are 3 points ahead of that curve, aren't they? They've got 24 from 21 games. So I think Villa are going to be all right. But I think, I agree, but between 12th and 20th place, anybody could go, really, on a bad run.
Yeah.
Play Palace
I'm not sure
last
if they'll
day.
get relegated, but I definitely think they'll get dragged into it. I definitely think Palace will get dragged into it.
All right, stop
Yeah, that
talking
would
in
be
the
good if we could
background,
send
man. You're
Palace down.
confusing us. I think Palace go. I think they go. I just firmly believe in the rule that one flies up and one flies down. I hope we're the ones that fly up and they're the ones that fly down.
Yeah.
But that's what I think. What do you guys think in the chat? Go on, then.
As has been pointed out, Palace players away at their ground on the last game of the season. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we won't be involved in any relegation trouble, but if they are, that could be feisty. Because that is a ground, Simon, that's not massive,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
a difficult ground to go to.
No, definitely.
What do you mean Wolverine contradicting the consistency point he made about 5 minutes ago? Stoney, you've been watching me long enough to know that I'll contradict myself every 30 seconds, mate, and then I'll lie that I haven't, right? So I don't know what point you were making, but
Me.
look, the only one who has any integrity anymore, it used to be Dina, but we brought him down to mine and Ants level. We're working on Lemmy. Sai is he
You
was
won't
there
break
anyway.
Lemmy. You won't break Lemmy.
We're working on him. We're working on him. Yeah, cool. All right, guys. We hope you've enjoyed part 1 of this stream. We'll get the community post probably up tomorrow. What you'll need to do is just copy and paste the games, paste them back into the comments, and then put your W, Ds, and Ls in there. And the winner, the person who calls the points correct, will sort you out with the prize, a nice little hoodie or something like that. Hope you've enjoyed part 1. We'll do part 2 next week. That will give us the Fulham game, another away match, so we can see where things are. And we'll see how you guys are feeling about the last few games. If you've enjoyed the stream, please hit the like before you leave. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, as we are about to scratch the ass of 9K and tick that box very soon on Forest Fan TV. So thank you so much. We'll catch you later. And come on, you Reds.
Cheers, guys.